Is $400 realistic?
How's it going, everyone? This is Daniel. In this video, we are going to be talking about Tesla stock, the overall stock market. We're going to go over and look at exactly what to expect. We're also going to go over some bullish and bearish case for Tesla for the next 12 months. So we're going to be talking about that in detail in this video, so make sure you stay tuned. Now let's get right into the video. As you can see over here, we have Tesla stock that's sitting at $222.96. As you can see, we closed relatively flat on the day. We're only down 0.049%. At one point in time, we were green on the day, and then we went red, green, red, and eventually we closed red, unfortunately, on the day. Overall, the overall market is also kind of uncertain when it comes to what to expect on Thursday. We have inflation data coming out for the month of September, so that's going to be a really interesting data to watch out for that can significantly affect the stock market. As you can see, we have everything relatively flat or slightly down to the downside. So let's go over some important news that came out for Tesla. So as you can see, we have Tesla. We just hit a new China factory record, which is quite impressive. We are going to be getting the more detail about the production, the delivery, and etc. on the earnings coming up on October 19. But before ahead of that, we have October 13. We have the inflation data that could be significant for the overall stock market and also for Tesla. So we can get some massive moves happening with Tesla stock ahead of the earnings in spite of this inflation data that we're going to be getting. So overall, when you look at Tesla stock, unfortunately, we're still trending to the downside. As you can see, we might be stuck in this range between 215 to 250 for the next few months. You know, we still did not get any kind of update about Elon Musk Twitter. We have a deadline by October 28 for Elon Musk to potentially close out the Twitter deal for $44 billion. So we'll see how that is going to be unfolding pretty soon. But the most important thing to watch out for in the short term is for Thursday, October 13, we have inflation data. And also next week, October 19, we have Tesla earnings that is coming up. So we're going to be getting more information about deliveries, production, and etc. So that is going to be really important. So now let's go over what to expect for Tesla for the next 12 months. So we have two analysts going over back and forth, the bullish case and also the bearish case. So the bearish case is that they're talking about, okay, Tesla might potentially hit $75. I don't think that Tesla's going to go to $75. And the bullish case is for the next 12 months. We can see Tesla trading at $400. So that is the bullish case. So we're going to be hearing from the analysts going over back and forth exactly, why they see Tesla hitting 75 or why they see Tesla hitting 400. And also let me know in the comments below, what do you think that Tesla could be trading within the next 12 months? So I'd love to hear your opinion. But first, let's check out this video.
Joining us now is the Tesla bull, Garrett Nelson with CFRA. He's got a strong buy rating, a $400 price target on this stock. GLJ Research's Gordon Johnson is way more bearish on the stock. He's got a sell rating with a $73 price target, the lowest on the street. You know, it's interesting, guys, because it's rare that you have a bull-bear debate and you've got people so far away from the actual price of the stock. You're really on opposite ends of the spectrum. Garrett, I'm going to start off with you in terms of that very bullish price target that you have. Is that a 12-month price target, and what are the catalysts there, especially if we see, a recession, which many more people are calling for? Is $400 realistic?
Yeah, thanks for having me. Let's not forget that just 3 weeks ago, the stock was above $300. So while the stock has come in, sold off sharply over the last few weeks, that we think $400 is still achievable over the next 12 months. Simply put, we view Tesla as one of the market's best earnings growth stories over the intermediate term. If you look, Tesla earned adjusted earnings of $2.26 last year. We see their earnings growing to about $7 by 2024. So, at a time when inflation is really weighing on earnings growth, broadly across the entire market, and consumers are pulling back on spending, there's really no other company out there that has this type of earnings growth trajectory. Even if you assume the analysts are wrong and you haircut those estimates by, say 20 to 30%, it's very impressive earnings growth. And it's being driven by increasing production and sales at the two new factories that they just started up in Texas and in Berlin.
Gordon, you've been a long time bear in the stock. $73 is a long ways away. Is there a particular catalyst at this point that you see finally coming home to roost? Because the argument had been, in the past, and I'm going way back, maybe accounting issues, the vehicle tax credits are going to expire, all these different things that have sort of come to pass, and the stock hasn't hit, that very low price target.
Yeah, Melissa, thanks for having me. Good to see you. Long time no see. So Tesla is effectively valued as a high-growth company. And the problem is they're no longer growing. The issue is very simple. Tesla in Q3, their sales were 343, but if you look at Q3 and Q2 versus Q4 and Q1, their sales were actually down. So they're no longer growing. Why is that a problem? The answer is simple. Tesla is valued at more than the next 10 largest automakers combined. They're valued at more than the next 10 largest automakers combined, despite selling just 2% of the cars those automakers sell. And when you look at Tesla's lead times, you can now get a Tesla car effectively in a week for all of their variants across China, which means their backlog is gone. They're no longer growing there. Their sales in Q3 in Europe were actually down versus Q1. And there's effectively no more backlog in Europe. You can get a car immediately there. And in the US, the lead times for the Model 3 are roughly a week, and the Model Y are roughly 3 weeks. So this is a company that's no longer growing. And you're looking at sales growth that is now declining. And I think the issue is, unless Tesla cuts prices significantly, we think Q4 growth is going to be down versus Q3. So you're looking at a company that's either going to see no growth or margin debilitating price cuts to move units. And I don't think you want to pay 100 times earnings for that company when the auto industry trades at 5 times. And when people say Tesla is more than an auto company, they're not. 95% of revenues from selling cars, the other 5% from an energy division. But if you want to give them that, you have problems. Their energy division has single-digit gross margins, which means it perpetually loses money on the operating line. So I'd like to know how Garrett would value a company that loses money in their other division outside of cars.
So what do you think about what they mentioned? They raised some pretty good points, but I think for the next 12 months, depending upon how the overall economy is doing, how inflation is doing, etc., we might see Tesla stock at least trading above $300. So let me know in the comments below, what do you think? Can we potentially be trading at $400, or can we be trading at below $200 or even $75? I don't think it's gonna go to $75, but you never know. So I'll let you hear your opinion. But overall, in the short term, as I mentioned, we might be stuck between $215 to $250 for Tesla. We will be trading in this range for a while until we get some breaking news about some massive news that can come out that can significantly affect it. So that's going to be the short-term price prediction for Tesla stock. But let me know in the comments below, what do you think? I'll let you hear your opinion. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Turn on notification bell if you are new. But I got you guys on another video. Have a wonderful day.